Ready, blue 80. Line 25.
No. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Here I come. Jim.
Ready, set.
He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, Tuesday.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Check 26.
Wait.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Freeman. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Hey, watch it.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got you.
Great 15.
Watch it.
Here's
You got motion, man. You got motion, man.
They run with Howard. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Pritchett, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go, back man. 280! Great 57. Hey, woo.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Done. 180.
They'll run on first down. Pritchett, and I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Here we go. 280.
Hey, watch the ball.
Here, shoot.
Motion. 45.
On second down now. Pritchett. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On first down, it's Freeman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Freeman, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They go play action now. Ryan into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. On the Army. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Hey, kill it. Hey, forward, don't kill it.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
You don't put that.
Now wins.
You don't want it.
And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
We got this.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. On second down now. It's Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check.
54, Mike. Get up.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
21.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 59's Mike, 59's Mike.
They go play action with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to us.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
51, sub! Hey, Red Lance. How does it go?
Now it's Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
I got one. 36.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4.
Ready, sit up.
Come on, D.
Hey, check.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Wait.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mike.
Ready, blue 80. Check.
Mike 59.
Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, express. Check.
Throwing again. Ryan. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He gets away from one. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Kiki QT in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
54, stop!
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he... got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd and 15.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
39. 21.
Now it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Done.
53,
180.
Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 53.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. It's James, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On play action, Wentz. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, Team 6, Team 6.
Mike, check, 59. Defense wins championship.
51, down.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check.
Check 59, Mike is good. Ready, set.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Get off the field. Check 3.
Sunday.
Mike, let him know. Check 31.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
50, 21. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. 180.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Black.
Yeah, I'm coming. Kill. Check. Fresno.
On 1st down, Pritchett. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Freeman again. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The throw over the middle taken in, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ryan gets it to his tight end Hooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30, 30, the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating.
Being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep them.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down, Philadelphia.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get
Wentz. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch the screen. Kill.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Freeman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Charlie.
Mike's 59. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike, check.
Ready to go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And an alley to run. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
They'll try the left side. Pritchett. And shoves him off at the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
No, 2-jet.
25.
Topper.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here.
Hold the look.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Go.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Lefty.
Out.
That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. 280.
45 to Mike. Come on. Check. Crunch.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it.
That's caught inside the 20. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Tuesday. 22. Get up.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Austin Hooper. It's second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Check Mike, check Mike.
To throw again, Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
So now third and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, high 7.
It's a party.
To throw again is Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You go.
Lynch 5-3, Lynch 5-3.
You got tight right there.
Shift.
Wentz to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats, it's a foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, going nowhere special. I just wanna see more death though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those.